Good morning students. For 7th standard, so we have completed the poem and today we are going to see the prose part in term 2. Okay. So your prose part is Adventures of Don Quixote. Okay. Adventures of Don Quixote. So this particular prose, it is a novel. Okay. That particular novel was written by the author Miguel de Cervantes. Okay, Miguel de Cervantes. So the author is Miguel de Cervantes. 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 Okay. Now without delay we will start with the prose part. So here in this prose part, it is a conversation between the two person. That is, the person name is Quixote, who is a person, and another person is Sancho. Okay, so in this particular prose part, we will see the conversation between these two people. And before going to the conversation part, now we will see a small introduction about the prose. Okay, here once upon a time, there lived a person. His name is known as La Mancha. Okay, his name is La Mancha, Mancha. So he was living in Spain. Spain is a country where he was living, and if you see, he was very fond to read the stories about the knights. So we all know what is your knights. Knights. So knights means it is a soldier. So knights are the soldiers who protect our country from the enemies. And this particular person, that is La Mancha, will read the courageous knights. Okay, always he was used to read the stories about the soldiers, that is about the knights. And also if you see, he will read about the knights which are very incredible adventures they had. That is incredible adventures. So as I told you, adventures means a exciting experience or a daring experience that for each and every person they have in their life. So that particular thrilling experience is known as adventure. So for the knights, there will be some incredible adventures. So incredible means it is very impossible to believe. So to understand or to accept it, that particular experience will be very difficult and it will be very different. So that particular different experience, we call it as incredible, which cannot be accepted normally. Okay, so he was so observed. So always this La Mancha was so observed, that is, he was so involved towards the stories of the knights, and he forgot to sleep or to eat. So he will not eat properly, or he will not sleep properly. He always used to read the stories about the knights. Okay, that is about the soldiers. And the days of knights and squares have very exciting adventures. Okay, so here they are mentioning a word called squires. Squires. Squares. So this particular squares is nothing but he is the attendant for the soldier, attendant for the knights. The word squares is nothing but he is the attendant for the knight. For the soldier, one person will be there to help the soldier. That particular person is called as attendant. So that attendant we call it as squares. So always the days of the knights and the squares seem to be very exciting adventure. Okay, that is all the days for them it will be very exciting and it will be very adventurous. Adventurous means exciting experience. And they will come alive in an hilarious accounts of Don Quixote's travels. So they are telling that they will come alive, that is they will be very alive in whose account of Don Quixote travels. So hilarious adventures they will have. Hilarious means extremely amusing. So hilarious means extremely amusing. So amusing means it will be very entertaining. Okay. So always this particular Don Quixote travels. So wherever he travel, that particular this one, that is his thinking will be very hilarious. It will be very entertaining. As years pass, Don Quixote imagines himself placed in the world of knights. So Don Quixote is a person, he imagined himself as a knight. Okay, knight means a soldier. So he started to imagine himself as a soldier. And then he convinces Sancho Panza, okay, a peasant from the same village, to be his squire. So this particular Don Quixote thought himself as a soldier, and this particular soldier need a attendant, that is a squire. For that he requested the person, his name is Sancho Panza. So his name is Sancho Panza. He is a peasant. Peasant means he is a farmer. So this particular person, Don Quixote, requested this particular person who is Panza to be the squire for him. Squire means the attendant for Don Quixote. So from that they started to go together to seek their fortune. That is, they wanted to seek some fortune. Fortune means the luck and the good thing that that should happen for them. So for that they started to seek their journey. Okay. Now what happened? Don Quixote, eager to be the best chivalrous knight. Okay, that is Don Quixote wanted to be a best chivalrous knight. Chivalrous means a person who is very attentive and he is very courteous towards the women. So they should not, they will keep the women very protective. The soldier will keep the women very protective from any danger that happened to them. So for that he is very, this particular person, he is very protective towards the women. So he was called as chivalrous knight. Okay, he was called as chivalrous knight. This delightful story of chivalry is fun. So this particular prose is very funful and it's very excited. And if you see, it is very farce. Farce means the event which is not organized. Okay, it is not planned well. So that particular concept is called as farce. And also it is very suspense. So it consists of full of suspense story. So here in this introduction they have told about a person. Her person name is Don Quixote. So that particular person is acting himself as a soldier, that is a knight, because he read so many stories of knights and he wanted to become like a knight, and he wanted a squire for him to help in all the ways whatever he is doing. For that he seeked the help of a person. His name is Sancho. Okay, his name is Sancho and he is a peasant. Peasant means he is a farmer. So he is acting like a squire, and this particular Don Quixote is acting like a soldier. So now there is a conversation between the Quixote and also the Sancho, that we will see now. Okay. this particular prose will be very exciting and very funful. So now let us see the prose part. Okay. Now Quixote is asking, Sancho, how would you like to become my servant, and how you are going to give the company for me to do some great adventure? So Sancho is asking, now Quixote is asking to Sancho that how you are going to give a company for me to do a big adventure in this particular village. Like that he is asking to Sancho. Now Sancho is telling, your servant. So you are telling me as your servant. So I am your servant. Like that Sancho is asking Quixote. Now Quixote is telling, yes, you are my servant. That is the servant who helps me in all the ways. Yes, if you say serve me very faithfully and honestly, that is faithfully means very truly, and honestly means without cheating. How you are going to, if you help me, then I will give you a prize. So I will reward you. Reward means giving a prize. So he is telling, I will give you a prize of an island. So you all know an island is a land which will be in the center, and surrounding to that particular land there will be all the sides, it will be covered with the water. So that particular place is called as island. So this Quixote is telling, if you become a servant for me, and if you are very honest and if you are very faithful to me, I will give you a island to you. So now Sancho is telling, an island. So you are giving me an island. Are you serious? So he is asking, are you very serious that you are going to give me an island for me? Now Quixote is telling, I vow it upon my honor as a knight, so will you come with me? So he is telling, I am going to give a oath. O means B-O-W, which is called as oath. So oath means it is a solemn promise. So I am giving a promise that I am going to give you a honor, that is with full respect. I will give you some reward when you be faithful to me and when you work with me. So will you come with me? So now he is asking him that will you come with me? And now Sancho is telling, yes master, I will come with you. So now he is getting satisfied that his master is calling him for some particular work. So he is telling, okay, I will come with you. Now what happens? They both join together and they are taking a journey together. Taking a journey means they are traveling together. Now they in the front of the hill. Now they are standing. Now they are walking along a path, and now in front of them they can see a big hill. Okay. So we all know what is a hill is. So before the hill they both are standing. They could see a large old windmill. So now they were able to see a windmill. So we all know a windmill is nothing but it looks like a fan, okay, and it will be rotating around the air. So it will be rotating. So this particular windmill is used to, that is, it will convert the wind into the power. For that purpose only these windmills are rotating in a circular movement, okay. So they can see a windmill in front of them. So Don Quixote's eyes began to sparkle. So now when you see the Quixote eyes, it is sparkling. So because in front of them they are seeing that big windmill which will be like a fan and it will be rotating. So seeing that, he is becoming very happy and his eyes also started to sparkle. Sparkle means it started to shine. And now Quixote is telling, look Sancho, how dare that hideous ogre block our path. Now this is a comical line where this particular Quixote, okay, Quixote is telling, see Sancho, something a dare, that is dare means something is afraiding us. So see how dare, so how he is behaving, how he is very angry towards us. Like that he is mentioning the windmill. So how dare that hideous means ugly, ogre block a path. Ogre means he is a cruel person. So this Quixote thought that windmill as a cruel person. Okay, that is a ugly, cruel person. That is what they have mentioned here. Hideous ogre. So hideous ogre means a cruel who is a bad person. He is blocking our path. So they are walking in a smooth way. So in front of them they are seeing that windmill. So they are, this particular Quixote, he was not able to identify that it as a windmill. So he is thinking, why this cruel, cunning person, ugly person is standing before us. Okay. And now Sancho is telling, what an ogre, where master. Now he is asking his servant, that is his attendant is squire. So his name is Sancho. Now he is asking, what an ogre, you are telling about an ogre. So where is it? Where is that cruel person? Where master? He is asking, where is it? Now Quixote is telling, right there, see there, right there, it is in front of our eyes, see there. Don't you see that awful creature waving its 4 arms? So he is telling that, why can't you see that awful creature? So awful creature means very bad creature. Why can't you see that bad creature showing its 4 arms? So usually the windmills, if you see, it has 4 arms, which we call it as wings. So when it is rotating, what will happen? That wind will be converted into power. So we will be having that 4 very large wings. So this particular Quixote is thinking that that particular cruel person is having 4 arms and he is standing before us and blocking our path. Okay, this was very comical, where he thought that particular windmill as a person, as a cruel person. Okay, now it's continuing. Now Sancho is telling, but master, that's a windmill. Now Sancho know that particular person who is, that is the cruel person, like that Quixote is mentioning. So this Sancho knows very well that it is a windmill. Okay, that it is a windmill. Now Quixote is telling, I tell you, these are ogres. So he is telling very seriously that these are ogres. Ogres means that is the cruel, ugly person. And if you are afraid of them, go aside. So he is telling to Sancho, so if you are getting frightened, you go on that side. So what I will do is, I will engage them in combat. So he is telling, so I will engage that particular ogres. So you go and pray. So if you are frightened, this Quixote is telling to Sancho, if you are afraid, you go and pray. I will stand before the ogres and I will make a combat. So combat is nothing but it is the fight between the armed forces. Okay, if 2 forces are standing opposite to each other, they will start doing the war between each other. That we call it as combat. Now Sancho is telling master that it's a windmill. Again he is telling master that is a windmill. Okay. Now unfortunately Sancho shouts and warnings pass unheard. So whatever he is shouting, whatever he is telling to his master, that is Quixote, this Quixote is not at all understanding anything. All the things that Sancho is instructing him was not reaching the ears of Quixote. Don Quixote and Rocinante charge the windmill at full speed. So here they are introducing a new character, that is nothing but Rocinante. Rocinante is nothing but it is a horse. So always the soldier will be having a horse. The horse name is Rocinante. So Rocinante and that particular soldier, that is the knight who we call it as Quixote. They both, what they did is they took a complete charge. Charge means they are ready to attack the opposite enemy. So now they started to attack the windmill at full speed. So now they thought that windmill as a cruel person, ogre, and they started to attack that particular person in full speed. Okay, they went very forcefully. Now Quixote is telling, prepare to face my spear, ogre. So now what he is telling, when he is started to attack that particular ogre, he is telling, now we are going to face my spear. So spear is nothing but it is a weapon and it has a pointed tip. Okay, the tip of that weapon will be very pointed, very sharp. It will be like a pin which is having a pointed tip. And also it is made up of steel. Okay, usually it is used for throwing. So whenever you attack the enemy, the soldiers will have that weapon where they will throw and they will attack the enemies. Okay, so that particular weapon is called a spear. So now this Quixote, what he is telling, that ogre, you are going to face my spear. So whatever I am throwing to you. With that, Don Quixote fly towards the windmill and collide with it. And Don Quixote, what he did, he started to fly. And he also started to fly along with the spear. And he started to stick against it. That is, he started to collide against the windmill. Collide, C-O-L-L-I-D, okay, collide. Collide means he started to hit against the windmill. So he started to attack the enemies. Like that, he started to move a step forward and he started to attack the windmill. So this is very comical line. And also if you see, now Sancho is telling, Master, are you alright? Okay, now he is asking, Master, are you alright? Because he dashed against the windmill. I told you it was just a windmill. So he was telling, I told you it was a windmill. It was just a windmill. Did I not give you a fair warning? So he is telling, I gave you a fair warning. Did I not tell you that they were but windmills? So it is nothing but it is windmills. Quixote is telling, look Sancho, the ogre is more seriously wounded than I am. So now also he didn't believe that it is a windmill, and again he is telling to Sancho, see Sancho, this is not a, see that windmill also got attacked by my spear. Like that he is telling to Sancho. In fact, the windmill seems to be very perfectly good it is. So it was in the place as such. But Quixote is telling to Sancho that he has attacked that windmill, and windmill also got some pain because of him. So Sancho does his best to dissuade Don Quixote from attempting anything else, and he became reckless. Okay, that is, dissuade means not to take that action. So this particular person, that is Sancho, is telling to Quixote, you don't take all these actions. But this particular person, Quixote, he is not at all listening to Sancho, and he is becoming very reckless. Reckless means he is facing all the causes of whatever the actions he is doing. That we call it as reckless. Now Sancho is telling, oh, you are absolutely right. So he is telling, you are very right. You are a great knight. Now he started to praise him. You are a great knight. Like that Sancho is telling him. And you have defeated the fearsome windmill beast. And he is telling, you have defeated the windmill. Windmill beast. Beast means it is like an animal, and now you have defeated it. After hitting his head on the windmill, Don Quixote becomes more disoriented. So he was little confused because he started to dash his head on the windmill. So he was little confused why this particular thing is like it is not getting hurt anymore. So he is getting hurt by himself, and he got little confused. Now Quixote is telling, listen me Sancho, some people will write of our great exploits. So now also he is not leaving his faith. Now he is telling, see, many people in future, they will tell about us. That is, they will exploit. Exploit means make full use of. That is, they are going to make use of our particular stories. So that will be very useful for the people in future. Our names will live in the memories of generations. So generation after generation, our names will be remembered by the future generation people. And we have to prove that we are very respected person. Like that he is telling to Sancho. And by vanquishing villains and uploading justice. Vanquishing means to defeat the enemies and to see the victory. And also we have to uplift the justice. That is, he is telling we have to hold the judgment. And he is telling, now you will understand whatever I am telling. Now Sancho is telling yes for that. He is telling yes, master. Now what is happening is they are passing through a farm. Farm means, you all know, that is the agricultural land which is ready for farming. So they are crossing that place. They are seeing a thick cloud of dust is appearing. Okay, thick cloud of dust was going on. So if someone was walking in the farm only, then only the dust will be coming. So Don tells, that is Quixote, what he is telling is, there is a prodigious army marching in our direction. So he is telling there is a prodigious army. So army means the enemy people who are coming to attack us. Now again he is creating a scene where again a few forces are coming against them to give an attack. So he is telling prodigious. Prodigious means which is greater in size and greater in extent. And now Sancho is telling, oh sir, what we have to do? So much is force is marching and coming against us. So what we have to do, sir? Now Quixote is telling, so we have to go to the help of the weaker side, of course. Now Quixote is telling, yes, we have to go there and we have to help the poor people. Now Quixote started to name the leaders and principal knights in the army, and he started to describe the nations for that particular army. So he is telling few names and he is telling few principles that we have to follow and we have to fight against that particular armed forces. Some instructions he is giving like a comical line. He is giving some names for that armed forces. Now Sancho is telling, but sir, not a single one of the knights and giants that you have named do I see at all. Now Sancho is telling that I cannot see a giant or I cannot see a single of the knight. So now he is telling the truth to Don Quixote. Now Don Quixote is telling, how now at least you must hear the neighing of the steeds. So now I am able to hear the neighing of steeds. Neighing of steeds is nothing but neighing means the sound of the horns. Okay, that is the matured horns, we call it as steeds. Okay, I am able to hear that sound of the horns, and also I can hear the sound of the trumpets, that is the musical instrument, and also the rattling of drums. Rattling means a series of knocking sounds. So all these sounds are heard. Like this, Quixote is telling. And now Sancho is telling, no, I am not hearing anything. I can only hear the sound, that is the bleating of sheep and the lambs. Bleating means it is the wavering sound of sheep. The sheep and also their child or the kid, that is lambs. That sound only is coming. Like that Sancho is telling. Now Quixote is telling, your fears prevent you from hearing all those things because you are very frightened. That is what you are hearing, the sound of the sheep. I am getting the sound of the armed forces. Like that Quixote is telling to Sancho. Now Sancho is telling, hold, sir, come back. I entreat. What madness is this? They are verily but sheep and lambs. Again he is telling it is sheep and lambs only. It is not the sound of any army. Now what happens? Don Quixote, that is, he is setting spurs. Spurs means a small spiked wheel that is worn in the rider's heel, that is used to that is used for wagging your horse little forward. That is, if you want to push your horse little forward, there will be a spike like wheel which is present in the heels of the soldier. Okay, that we call it as spurs. So using the spurs, this Don Quixote is making the horse to move little forward, and he is going to charge at the sheep. Okay, they are going in the midst of the sheep. Okay, there was a crowd of sheep nearby. Now what's happened? All the animals, that is all the sheep, got very frightened, and they started to flee helter skelter in all direction. That is, flee helter skelter means they are screaming and running across the fields, and they started to run because they are going in a forceful movement. So all the sheep got frightened and they shouted, screamed, and they all went in all the directions. Now what happened? They caused their disorder pursue Don Quixote with a shower of such well-aimed stones. That is, they were aiming the stones and they were putting the stones on that particular sheep. So like all the sheep started to move away in all the directions. Okay, and finally what happened? He fall wounded to the ground. Finally, when the people came out, seeing all the sheep was going away in all the direction, they started to put the stones. So when the stones fall on Don Quixote, he fall down on the ground. Now Quixote is telling, did you see those cowards run? They are right to fear Don Quixote. So he is telling, see that cowards, how they are running. Now the sheep are only running away from them. So he is thinking, see the coward people. Coward people means those people who are frightened. That is, the armed forces got frightened and they are running away. Like that he is telling. And now what is telling? Now when the local peasants who were standing there, they laughed at them. So the peasants is the farmer who hearing all the sound of the sheep, they started coming from their house and they were seeing. So they were seeing Don Quixote and they were laughing like anything. Why this person is doing like this? So the first farmer is telling, look, this is Don Quixote, he is a madman. And the second farmer is telling, see this knight did you defeat, at least did you defeat the beast this time? So he is asking, did you defeat the particular animal this time at least? And the third farmer is asking that, did you finally get those evil sheep? Aha. So he is laughing and telling, did you get the sheep at least? So all these people were laughing at Don Quixote and they are asking, why are you doing like this? And everybody were telling, this person is a mad person. Now Quixote is telling Sancho, see, all the people are welcoming us. So all the people are scolding them, scolding Don Quixote. But he is thinking that everyone are praising him. And they have all heard of our great deeds. So he is telling that they are all praising our good courageous act that we are showing against the armed forces. Now Sancho is telling, oh master, you listen carefully. They are not praising us. They are scolding us. Like that Sancho is telling to Quixote. But Quixote is telling, no, when you will say the truth. See, always you are telling a lie only. You have to tell the truth. Now when Sancho was telling, he is telling like they are mocking you. Mocking you means making fun of you. Mocking means making fun of you. So all the people in the village are making fun of you. Now Sancho is telling, enough. Please master, you don't make me to laugh like this. Now Quixote is telling, see, we shall speak no more of this day today. This day was very adventurous. Like that he is telling to Sancho. Sancho is telling, yes master, we need more adventures. So he is telling again, yes, we also need more adventures. So they were returning towards their home and they were talking about the adventures that they had in that particular day. And also Don Quixote never embraces. Embraces means he is not getting shame too. Okay, so he is not getting shame that all the people are laughing at him. He did not get any shame. He just want to embrace them. That is, he was not getting any shame. He wanted to prove that he is a knight because he is very fond of knight stories. That is the reason. Okay, that is, he is going to more question, but his house will always be full of children, and his house, if you see, there will be full of children, and he will be telling all the stories of the knights, and he will be very happy to behave like a knight, and he wanted some soldier to be with him who is said to be the squire. And this is very funful imaginary story where that particular Don Quixote thinks himself as a soldier. Okay, so this is a very good prose. You read it once so that you will be able to understand. Thank you, students. Have a nice day.